I'm about to hurt some feelings. If you always the smartest person in the room, you ain't smart. You just the most controlling. Why? Because to you, sitting comfortably in failure feels safer than standing vulnerable in success. Now, this ain't about imposter syndrome or whatever the PC term is these days. This is about how your nervous system instigates chaos whenever peace and progress begin to seem obtainable. This story explains how we weaponize our intelligence to protect ourselves from the vulnerability of hope. Yes, faith, hope, whatever you want to call it, comes with a hefty dose of vulnerability. For a lot of us, that uncertainty, that challenge of not being in control feels threatening, more nerve-wracking than checking your credit score on 3% battery. So we avoid those feelings of uncertainty at all costs, watching the life we always wanted slip further and further away like our rights. My name is Tijuana Jackson. I'm a clarity coach. I help you turn your story, your struggle, your wildest ideas into your life-changing profession by helping you confront the hurt you ain't even know you was carrying, because I believe that if you work through your pain, you get to earn through your purpose. Want to schedule a free coaching with me? Links is in the description. I'm probably going to lose some money for saying this, but I witnessed a new member of my online community pull off one of the most sophisticated self-sabotaging strategies I'd ever seen. A psychological chess game so enriched, it could only come from a genius. For the sake of making it a teachable moment, let's call this community member Casper. Casper went from feeling stuck, hating his job and sleeping till the afternoon, to praising the coaching and teachings within my community, talking about how he waking up early and hadn't felt this clear in years, walking with pep in his step and getting hype about his project. Then, just days later, he constructed an entire dissertation on why trusting me was probably the worst decision since crypto. The message popped up at around 3 a.m. Opens with enough disclaimers to fill a pharmaceutical commercial. But then comes the real artistry. Casper starts laying out his case like a prosecutor who's also the defendant. He writes, "Dog, I seen your movie. You Hollywood. You call yourself a coach. You know what kind of people do that? Grifters." He laid out his credentials for distrust, listing every coach who ever sold air to drowning people, every guru with a rented mansion, every transformational leader whose transformation was to go from broke to broke after buying their course. And you know what? He wasn't wrong. The internet full of life coaches who ain't lived life, selling courses from their mama basement, dudes renting Lambos so the hookers will jump in their car, people claiming they can teach you to make millions when their bank account look like a CVS receipt, long but worthless. Then he says, you literally making a living pretending to be other people. How I know this ain't just another role? He connecting the dots between me and every scandal from Weinstein to whatever celebrity got exposed for being down low. Brother went from needing help with procrastination to investigating me like he working for internal affairs. But here's where it gets psychologically fascinating. Casper ain't really scared of me being a scammer. Nah, he's scared of me being legit. See, if I'm fake, he get to keep his story about why he's still stuck. He get to run back and give a sermon to his blame gang recruits about why he can't live up to his full potential. Moving like victimhood got a loyalty program and he the brand ambassador or some shit. But if I'm real, oh, well now he got to accept that he ain't broken. He just comfortable playing injured. He a wolf in them streets, but a sheep when it's time to eat. Boss! Now after our third coaching, he got excited. Casper get to feeling that heightened vibration, seeing the possibilities, started dreaming again. Something he hadn't done in decades. Feeling out of the ordinary. He started questioning its integrity, started questioning the authenticity. Am I being played for a fool? Am I getting hyped up over smoke and mirrors? Karen Horney calls this behavior neurotic needs, where your brain creates elaborate protection strategies against the very thing you claim you want. Screenshot that, y'all. Casper using legitimate industry problems as armor against his own growth. For a lot of folks, optimism is the boogeyman. They avoid their dreams of a brighter horizon to dodge the chances of disappointment. How sensitive, how afraid do you have to be to sabotage your own hope out of the fear of being let down by yourself? Now, make no mistake, you the slave because excuses don't work for nobody. Boss! When you crafty like Casper, you take unrelated facts and force them to connect. Hollywood is corrupt, therefore this coach must be corrupt. That's not logic, that's fear. Wearing a graduation cap. That's the valedictorian of avoidance giving a commencement speech. It's like these red pill prophets talking shit about single mothers, then you catch them in Costco pushing a cart of school supplies for they white stepkids they pretending ain't theirs. All that alpha talk, and they out here beta testing fatherhood. Boss! This brother trying not to offend me, right? But saying everything that's on his mind, he says, look, man, I'm not accusing you of anything. Just before accusing me of everything from running a pyramid scheme to being part of Illuminati. But you Hollywood, fam. Y'all folks is professional liars. That's literally the job description. And now you want me to trust you with my psychological well-being. This is called intellectualization, where you use logic to avoid feeling. Casper building arguments like he's studying for the bar exam, but what he really doing is avoiding the simple question underneath. What is that question, family? What if I open up and get hurt again? What if hope leads to another disappointment? Why am I so afraid to fail that I'd rather not try? In Mary Ainsworth attachment research shows this pattern clear as day. Sometimes people with disorganized attachment simultaneously reach for connection while pushing it away. They want the healing, but fear the vulnerability more than they fear staying broken. Bars. Tell me that ain't deep like for Station Cop. Casper doing relationship equivalent of touching a hot stove with one hand and holding ice in the other hand. And no, I'm not talking about Ice the Boogeyman. He's creating pain to avoid pain. A person who don't feel worthy of greatness cannot effectively lead you to becoming great, especially if the person leading you is you. From my experience, you can still learn from a brighter nigga even if you don't like the nigga. Bars. Now, this would be a good time to hit the like button if you like something. And if you motivated as hell, hit that notification bell. And if you really want to help this channel grow, share my content with your folks. Boss. Let me acknowledge folks for putting money on the brother books. A show about me just put $5 on the brother's books. I just want to let you know, man, I acknowledge you. I genuinely appreciate it. It's never expected, always appreciated. Amen. I'm just out here doing my best and hoping I help a lot of other brothers do their best as well. If the message is resonating with y'all, hit the like button, type bars in the comments. You heard me? This dude in my community named Casper, he a legit OG. Nice with them hands. Did the time and didn't whine. Joined my community, started experiencing positive transformation, right? Got a glimpse of his future self and freaked the fuck out. That's what really happened. Oh, dude DMing me with threats, and his message kept escalating. Now Casper equating me to every celebrity scandal like they my cousins. Y'all Hollywood folks got a different relationship with morality. How I know you ain't recruiting for some weird shit? I seen what the industry do to people. Each accusation more creative than the last. Like he brainstormed for a conspiracy theory podcast. Because here's what's really happening neurologically. Research from the Journal of Neuroscience shows that when some folks who grew up in chaos, they amygdala get calibrated different. Their brain start treating safety like a threat and chaos like comfort. When Casper started feeling the benefits of my program, his nervous system hit the panic button. Warning, warning, unfamiliar feelings detected. Deploy all defense measures. That's what's really going on inside of him. His brain treating hope like a virus that need to be eliminated. Howard Stevenson calls this a literacy program. He says you reading threat into every paragraph. Take this how you want to. I love my people, but a lot of y'all treat healing like a scam, but swear dysfunction got your back. But if you just tuning in, now will be a great time to hit the like button if you like something. And if you motivated as hell, hit that notification bell. But if you really want to help this channel grow, I'm going to need you to share this with your folk. Boss. Now, here's when you know you're dealing with a brother who's built different, even with all the negativity. Something suddenly shifted. After 1,000 words of prosecution, Casper drops the confession. I paid for programs before. Tony Robbins got me for $12,000. Some Instagram guru got me for $1,500. It was this thick sister on TikTok who said she could unlock my chakras through Zelle. Don't even ask, he said. Now he's showing me the receipts of disappointment. But these ain't just about money and lost courses. This go back to when his mama promised to talk to the school principal about his bully, but never did. His daddy said, I'll be right back, and that was 40 years ago. When the teacher accused him of stealing when he was the only one who didn't. When CPS said this foster family was safe, but safety meant something different at night. Every time he trusted, every time he hoped, every time he thought maybe this time would be different, he got the same damn result. Empty promises, recycled content, hurt, disappointment, abuse, pain, and sometimes a lighter wallet. No wonder he treating my program like a crime scene. He'd been robbed before. But here go the twist. The very fact that he writing me this novel means something in him still believes. You don't write 1,000 words to somebody you don't care about. You don't spend 3 hours at 3 a.m. crafting arguments against transformation unless Part of you wants to be talked out of the argument. Folk will protect their pain with the same energy they should be protecting their peace. But Casper was protecting his pain like it was his firstborn child, building walls so high he forgot what he was protecting himself from. But then come the most vulnerable part of his message. He said, but I'm still here. This Nearapy shit got me looking at stuff I ain't touched in years, got me questioning patterns I ain't even know was patterns. I hate it, but I'm doing it. That's the sound of transformation trying to break through. See, Casper's self-sabotage was sophisticated as hell. It took more energy to construct all them arguments than it would have taken to just sit and experience that moment of vulnerability. But that's what trauma does. It makes you a genius at avoiding the very thing that could heal you. Do y'all see what I do as a clarity coach? Do you feel that tightness around your asshole? That's called uncomfortable accountability. That unwelcome discomfort is usually a byproduct of heightened self-awareness. That's what's happening right now. If you got a dream, you got a vision, you got some wild idea, give me 90 days. I ain't promising to make you a millionaire, nothing like that, but I will help you turn your wildest ideas into a life-changing profession. If you want to schedule a free coaching with me, links is in the description. Check this shit out. Margaret Floyd Washburn's research on motor theory showed how every time Casper typed out another excuse, he was literally strengthening the neural pathways of doubt. He was doing reps at the gym of dysfunction, working out his resistance muscle, getting strong, staying stuck. But acknowledging the pattern, that's the first crack in the mirror. That's the light getting in. Y'all understand that? Casper hit me again 2 weeks later. Shorter message this time. No essays, no disclaimers, no Illuminati theories. Just all he said. He said, this Nearapy thing working a little too well. I'm low-key mad about it. That's how healing starts, with resentment. Because when you finally start feeling your own power, it pisses you off that you ever gave it away. See, progress don't feel peaceful at first. It feels like withdrawals. Detox from drama looks like grief because your body is mourning his favorite poison. Do y'all get that? If you get that, type bars in the comments. Yo, detox? You detoxes from drama, from adrenaline, from comfort of chaos. It's like quitting sugar. You swear you dying when you just dehydrated. So check this. Old boys, updates start sounding different. Less, what if this is a scam? More, why am I crying over an email? That's when I knew the transformation took root. When the tears showed up before the excuses, he was willing to sit and experience the vulnerability of possibility. But here's the kicker. Self-sabotage never dies. It just gets sneaky. It starts showing up disguised as humility, logic, or being realistic. A week later, Casper wrote, I think I'm moving too fast. Translation, I'm scared I might actually pull this shit off. Bars. That's the real addiction. The fear of finally becoming the version of yourself you prayed for. So I told him straight, bruh, your old self don't want to die and your new self don't want to kill. And that's the civil war inside of every one of them. Bars. See, the nervous system don't distinguish between change and danger. It just screams, something's different, abort mission. That's why so many geniuses die in the same tax bracket they was born in. Not because they're incapable, not because they lazy or lack anything, but because they was raised in ways that beat down their self-esteem, prompted self-doubt, self-hate, and fear of ridicule. So now, in the face of their future selves, they mistake evolution for extinction. And that's what my whole Nearapy shit be about, is teaching you to survive your own upgrade. Look, family, peace ain't passive, it's practice. And if you don't train for it, you're rejected every time it knocks like these Jehovah's Witnesses. Bars. If you believe going after that dream life, that dream project, that wild idea would improve the quality of your life, but you just can't seem to get active, I want you to take a look at this video right here. Trust me, you ain't lazy, fam. It's a scam.